YouTubers love pushing out their tips and tricks videos on launch day, but I think the true gems only really come to light after actually using the phone. So here are my best S26 Ultra tips and tricks after actually spending some time with it. And first, did you know that you can actually train Bixby on your own voice? Now, Bixby has undeniably got the worst AI assistant voice out of pretty much all of them out there, but you can do something about it. And two tips in one here. First, make sure you've got the USA language pack downloaded. And if you really want to stick with one of the default voices, Voice 2 is probably your best bet. But if you look underneath, you'll see the option to create your own voice. Tap this and it'll take you through 10 different sentences which you need to talk through really clearly. Once you're finished, it'll actually train Bixby on your own voice and allow you to create a custom voice. It'll take about 5 to 6 minutes to finish up, so whilst you're waiting, you could also fix the Gemini voice, which has arguably got a much better voice than Bixby. But if you go to Gemini settings, Gemini voice, and select Orion, that is the least robotic sounding voice in my opinion. But let's just swing back to Bixby for a second. Go back to your Bixby settings, scroll down to Labs, and tap Create Wake Up Phrase. This will download a pack, and then you can basically name Bixby whatever you want. Now let's get the privacy display working more efficiently. At the moment, you've probably got it set to turn on when sensitive apps like banking are open, but it becomes really annoying when you're just sat at home and you don't want it constantly toggling on. So set up a routine like this. Based off your location or Wi-Fi connection, set your privacy display to turn off and stay off. This way, when you're in the comfort of your own home, your privacy display isn't going to keep activating when you go into your banking apps, but when you leave again, it's going to automatically toggle on. But let's just say that you don't like routines going off automatically and you like a little bit more control. I definitely recommend checking out the Registar add-on for Good Lock. Inside there, you'll see the back tap feature. Essentially, you can tap the back of your phone to set off certain actions. It's one of the coolest features of the S26 Ultra at the moment. Alternatively, if you do like extra functionality and buttons, get the Aaron button case. It's from a brand called Pitaka. I'm not sponsored by them in any shape, way or form, but the case does come with 3 customizable buttons on the side and you can assign it to things like your privacy display. It's a genuinely unique case that adds actual functionality to the S26 Ultra. There will be a link in the pinned comment for you. Now, if you like the idea of having quick shortcuts for everything, there's even more ways you can add shortcuts now. Go to Settings, Accessibility, and then Accessibility Shortcuts. Then for volume up and side button, I definitely recommend setting this to extra dim, so when it's nighttime you can quickly toggle this setting on and off. Next, get the perfect sound for your hearing. Go to Sounds and Vibrations, Sound Quality and Effects, then select Adapt Sound. Select your age category or create a custom profile to suit your specific hearing needs. Next, the S26 Ultra is undeniably a pretty huge phone and pretty difficult to use one-handed, so scrap the usual home screen layout and do this instead. Remove everything, keep your home screen widget-based, things you rarely need to actually touch, and then put all of your most used apps in the edge panel just here. Make sure the handle is moved to where your thumb naturally rests and keep your favorite apps closest to your thumb. You'll very quickly get used to it and it'll become second nature. And now you've put your widgets on the home screen, you might not know that you can actually stack them now, so you can put multiple widgets on top of each other and just cycle through them like so. To do this, press and hold on a widget, create stack, and as long as you select the same size widget, you can just scroll through them. Building on this, you all know by now that in the quick panel settings, you can move things around. So move your display and volume sliders closest to your thumb and change them to a vertical layout. Now you can reach everything with just one hand. To really make one-handed usage better and safer on the S26 Ultra, my next tip is to get one of these. They're magnetic rings that snap onto the back of your case and they can support the full weight of the S26 Ultra. Just slide your fingers through like so, and your phone is not going anywhere. It doesn't have to be this exact one, but make sure you get a case like the one I showed off earlier that has strong magnets in it. They also have an additional benefit in that a lot of them actually stop the S26 Ultra wobble issue when you type in on a surface. I'll link a few in the pinned comment for you. If you have found any of these tips and tricks helpful, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. And also, please do consider becoming a channel member to get yourself a fancy badge for the comment section. Now, one of my favorite tips that I do actually repeat often is setting up your phone in a way way that allows you to view deleted messages. No doubt you've been sent a message before and someone's gone and deleted it afterwards and curiosity has got the best of you. Well, if you go into your notifications, advanced settings, and make sure notification history is on, you can go to the likes of WhatsApp and see exactly what that message said before it was even deleted. Next, every year we see that same tip about adding your fingerprint multiple times to get better readings. Well, you don't actually need to do that anymore. Now you can simply go to your biometrics, tap an existing fingerprint, improve accuracy, and scan it 10 more times. This means you don't have to take up valuable slots anymore, and you can increase the accuracy of every single finger. Whilst we're in the settings, you really need to turn these features on. First is Samsung's built-in ad blocker that you probably didn't even know about. Open your device settings, scroll down and tap device care. Tap the three little dots in the top right corner and select settings. Select block apps with excessive ads. It does exactly what it says on the tin. On top of that, to be extra safe, you might want to turn on app protection. In the world of AI, and increased cyber threats is definitely worth it. Go to settings, device care, scroll down, and just underneath memory, you'll see the option. Tap that and turn it on. And whilst we're talking about memory, if you're a power user, you might want to consider maximizing RAM+. By default, it's not actually set to its highest standards. So if you tap memory, you'll see an option that says RAM+. Tap that and you'll see you can increase that to 12 gigabytes. It does take up slightly more storage space, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that much. In contrast to that tip though, if you're not a heavy multitasker, it's actually probably best to set the RAM+ setting to 0. This means everything is going to stay on your phone's CPU and RAM and therefore perform a little bit faster. And another great tip, which will actually save you some battery life, if you're not a true power user, do this. Go back into your device care from your settings, performance profile, and set it to light. A vast majority of you, even some heavy users, probably won't even see a difference in performance, but will see a difference in battery life. And speaking of battery, my next tip is to get the right charger. There is a lot of chargers out there that claim to hit the supported 60-watt max charging speeds of the S26 Ultra, but 9 times out of 10, they don't actually come with the right cables, so you don't get the maximum charging speeds. So I will link one in the pinned comment for you that is guaranteed to give you maximum charging speeds for the S26 Ultra. Now, before we move on, the last setting to turn on in the device care is the auto restart. Now, you will thank me for this later. If you select this little bar chart in the top right and look at the bottom, you will see auto restart. This means the phone will choose times you're almost certainly asleep, or you can even manually schedule it for say 3 AM every night, and your S26 Ultra will automatically restart itself to keep itself running as best it can and help with longevity. Now, it's not a setting, but another great thing to do every now and then lies in device care. Tap storage and look at 1, your unused apps, 2, old media files, and 3, duplicates, and well, pretty much everything else there. It's almost certainly going to surface things that you don't actually have any need for. And to help me build better tips and tricks videos in the future, at the end of this video, write down in the comment section how many of these tips and tricks you didn't actually know and be honest about it. Anyway, moving out of the settings now, let's do some S Pen tricks. Draw a circle and observe how terribly wonky it is, then do exactly the same thing, but once you've completed it, keep the S Pen held down for a few extra seconds. Samsung will auto clean up the lines for you, and you can do this with pretty much any shape. Now next, you probably realize that this little button on the S Pen doesn't really do that much. So to add a tiny bit of functionality to it, go to your settings, select S Pen, and then check Air Command. Now when you press it, you'll get your S Pen menu pop up, which allows you to quickly access things like your notes, for example. And speaking of notes, don't sleep on these features. If you're like me and have very much been swallowed up by the digital world around you and have completely forgotten how to write, S Pen to text is a really great feature. You write what you want in your normal messy handwriting and it'll convert it into text pretty reliably. But let's say you've jotted something down in a bit of a rush and you want to convert the text afterwards, you can do just that by clicking these little stars and then clicking auto format. Swipe through the pages at the bottom and you'll see whatever you wrote has now been typed out, and you can even add it to a separate page so you don't lose your original notes. And here's one I'm almost certain you didn't know about and might actually be quicker than a calculator. Tap these 3 little dots in the top right and turn on Math Solver. Now write a sum, and as soon as you put an equal sign at the end, it works it out for you. And one more bonus tip for you, you don't need to be writing on a blank page. Hit the 3 little dots again, select Note Style, and then you can pick from a plethora of different templates that suit your needs. It's actually really impressive. Now moving away from the S Pen, in preparation for another tip, go to your home screen settings and tap Show Finder on home screen. Honestly, big quality of life improvement if you haven't already done it. But the bigger tip, start using Samsung's features how they're meant to be used. The Finder isn't just a normal search bar, it's not just for finding your apps. You can actually type in a query like, why is my battery draining so fast? And it will bring up a list of settings to help you better optimize your battery. It's honestly insane how many people didn't realize you could do this. And next, it's time to turn on Bixby. It's actually really good now and arguably better than Gemini for a lot of things. Much like the Finder, you can ask it to toggle certain settings or even just tell it a problem like, why is my screen so warm? And it will surface the answer for you. And for those of you concerned about privacy, there's even a toggle to keep everything local to your phone. Now for some camera tips, and the tip before the tip, if you haven't already, download Expert RAW. This just adds some additional features and functionality that are genuinely useful. The quickest way to download this is simply open up your camera, click More, Expert RAW, and it'll download everything it needs. Then next tip, check out the virtual reflector feature. This is for studio level lighting. Head over to your Expert RAW settings, go to labs, and you'll see a few different settings to play with there. It really does change up your photos. Next camera tip is probably my best camera tip. Add the 24 megapixel option in. By default, you usually only have 12 megapixel, 50 and 200 megapixel options. To add in the 24 megapixel option, download the Camera Assist app from the Galaxy Store or via GoodLock, and then go to your settings and enable it. In my opinion, it's a really important setting to add because it truly is the sweet spot between quality and file size that isn't there by default. Next, if you've taken a bad scan or need to crop a really low resolution image, do this. Open your gallery, go to Menu, Settings, Detail Enhancer, and set it to maximum. This way, when you crop a photo or a screenshot, you'll retain maximum detail. My favorite camera tricks out the way, I've now got two really quick safety features for you. Head over to Settings, Security and Privacy, and make sure theft protection is turned on. If someone swipes your phone and runs away, your phone will automatically lock down. My next tip builds on this though. If you've lost your phone or maybe someone swiped it from your pocket without realizing, copy this lockdown routine that allows you to send a text from any phone to your S26 Ultra, and when it detects the keywords, it will completely lock down your phone. I'll show you exactly how to set this up for yourself in my Galaxy AI and Bixby video in the top corner now. See you over there.